Welcome back to the smartest year ever, our quest to become the world's greatest conversationalists. My name is Gordy, and I was just wondering, do you own the land all the way to the Earth's core? Can I just dig deep all the way to the center of the Earth and be like, this is my land because it's technically under my property? Like, when does it stop being my land, my property, if you will? Hey, like and subscribe right now. I really appreciate it. It's been 3 days. My eye is still twitching. So I really appreciate it if you would follow and like and comment, because that is the only thing that makes my eye not twitch, apparently. What a weird intro. Sorry about that. All right, let's get right into it. Do you own the land all the way to the Earth's core? Well, we all know property lines stretch out side to side, but what about down? If you buy a house, do you also own the dirt underneath it? How deep does that ownership go? And could you hypothetically just keep digging until you hit the mantle? Short answer, no. But the long answer is a little bit weirder, and that's what I'm going to do today. The legal idea here is something called the ad coelum doctrine, a centuries-old principle that says landowners own everything from the heavens above to the center of the earth. But that rule really doesn't apply anymore, unfortunately, I guess. Today, what you actually own beneath your property is limited by law, by regulation, and by practical use. In the US, you usually own the surface rights and a certain depth below it. I actually have my real estate license, and one of my many jobs, I've had a lot of iterations of careers. So I remember some of this, but not all of it. So some of this is new again to me in this research. In the US, you usually own the surface rights and a certain depth below it, but how deep really depends on the state or country. If you're listening from a different country, I'm in the United States. It depends on the state, the zoning, and what's under your land. Some states define usable ownership as only the space required for things like basements, septic tanks, or foundation pilings. Beyond that, it's not yours. What lies beneath might belong to someone else. Mineral rights, for example, are often sold or leased separately from the surface property. So even if you own the house, an energy company might legally extract gas, oil, or minerals from deep underground. For example, in Texas, it's common for landowners to not own the oil beneath them. A lot of oil there. Those houses would be pretty expensive, I guess. I don't know what the rationale is. Fun fact, though, in the 1940s, oil companies in Texas and California started slant drilling, which was illegally angling their wells to tap into oil beneath someone else's land. I just can't believe an oil company would do something unethical like that. It just doesn't seem on brand. But yeah, it was hard to detect, wildly profitable, and it also sparked lawsuits that helped define modern subsurface trespassing laws. Basically, people were stealing oil from under your house without ever stepping foot on it. And then there's airspace, which is also interesting. You don't own unlimited height above your house either. Planes can legally fly over your property. You can't just be like, you can't fly over, that's in my column of space. Nah, it doesn't work. And in many urban areas, air rights are bought and sold separately. Skyscraper developers in New York pay millions for the right to build above someone else's building. I read that, this is kind of interesting, the McDonald's in New York, they often buy the air rights above their restaurants just to stop developers from building over them. Not for expansion, just to protect visibility, protect the golden arches. But back to the dirt, let's go back down to the dirt. How deep is your land? Well, there is no universal number, fortunately. But most jurisdictions assume your property extends down only as far as you can reasonably use. And that might mean 10 to 30 feet, maybe 100 feet if you're doing something extreme. But once you hit things like the geothermal reservoirs, mineral veins, or utility corridors, you're in regulated territory now, bucko. You can't just drill a 5-mile tunnel and claim it's yours. That would fall under what's often called the public domain of the subsurface, land managed by the state or federal government. Also, most city ordinances and building codes explicitly restrict excavation depth without permits. In some places, if you dig too deep, you could literally be in violation of trespassing laws below the surface. So that's not ideal. So yeah, do you own the land all the way to the Earth's core? No, you do not. You own enough to plant a tree, you build a basement, maybe drill a well, but really beyond that, your deed hits legal bedrock. So there you have it. You can own a slice of land, but the earth, Mother Earth, she keeps the rest. Thank you to all my sources, which can be found in the YouTube description. Please leave a comment, follow, rate, like, subscribe. Tell me the deepest you've ever dug. I would really appreciate that. At Smartest Year Ever on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts with the full episodes. At Smartest Year Ever on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts for your daily clips. Stay curious, stay clever on our quest to become the world's greatest conversationalists. We'll see you tomorrow in the Smartest Year Ever. It's been too many. I'm losing my mind.